Hello, everyone, and book lovers alike. Welcome to another author interview here in Readers Magnet. We're also streaming live in our Readers Magnet Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to be updated. Today, we have one of our featured authors, Robin L. Welch, author of Love Has a Voice. Hi, Robin. It's good to have you here today. How are you doing?
Thank you, Liza. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Oh, that's good to hear then. Do you have your book with us? Or
Yes, I
with you
do.
right now? Okay. Can
Yes,
you
I
show
do.
it? All right. There you go. Very awesome. Oh, let's move it a little bit. All right. Perfect. So cute cover. I do have a few questions. Let's start with what made you feel that you need to share your story?
Actually, it wasn't my choice because I didn't think I had a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And God kept impressing on me that deep down inside, my story would be able to help a lot of people because of my experience of what I've gone through and
Mm-hmm.
learning what real love was. And he let me know that the love that I had was not the love. The love that I needed was his love, which he is the voice of real love.
I see. I see. That's a very interesting way of starting a book. It
Yes.
feels like God really talked to you to write this book. It's like it was blessed.
And I was having a conversation, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
sparked it. I was having a conversation with some people, and we were
Mm-hmm.
talking about relationships and God. And
Mm-hmm.
at one moment, God just put in my head, love has a voice. And
Wow.
it triggered my spirit. And I'm like, oh my God. And God told me that will be the title of your voice, uh, of your book. And I'm like, what book? I don't have a book. And I hadn't planned on doing a book. And from that point on, I just started writing and jotting down notes and putting them everywhere. And then God let me know when it was time to start putting everything together. And he gave me what to put in the book, how to stage the book and everything.
Well, you are his instrument to
Yes,
share his message, and you're
yes,
very blessed to
yes. I
have that
believe it.
conversation. You are someone that he thinks that you can share and tell a very wonderful story about his teaching and what really love is. So
Yes.
yeah, that's pretty amazing. And when did you decide that your thinking about marital situation had to change?
My marital situation had to change when I thought of like what was going on in my marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was it didn't feel like a normal marriage. And
Mm-hmm.
at one point, I had to like process what was going on, and I had to start consulting God and getting direction. And
Mm-hmm.
the thought never came in my mind to divorce or to annul or anything. God would not even let the thoughts come through to my head because he had a plan. And at the time, I didn't know what the plan was that he even had. I didn't know that I was being chosen as for this. My marriage was an assignment. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know. I didn't know that. And so when I realized the steps that he was guiding me through, and he wasn't audibly speaking to me, it was just gut feelings in my spirit that I felt that I had to do. And I felt like when you're in this world and God created us, we're not our own. And it's not about us. It's about what God is trying to do in the other person. So you
I
have
agree.
to step back, readjust your thinking, and start consulting God on the steps that you need to take to get a resolution to what God is trying to do.
I agree. It should be that way in all aspects of our life, right? Not just
Yes,
marriage, anything. If you have doubt, then I mean the best person that you or the easiest person that you can talk to is God because he's
yes,
not gonna judge you. And I totally agree with you. He's not gonna talk to you in person, but he's gonna show it to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
make you feel. So
Mm-hmm.
when did you turn your life over to God to take full control of your plans?
I was always raised in the church from a little girl, and
Mm-hmm.
you're actually living your life based on the experiences of your parents or your grandparents, and
Mm-hmm.
you're knowing and understanding God through their experience. But I felt like at this point I needed to have an experience with God, a relationship with God, a fellowship with him, so that he could guide me and orchestrate what needed to take place in my marriage for me to stay mentally strong and hear him enough to be able to implement what he wants me to do in my marriage to help my husband turn his life back to him. And so
Mm-hmm.
um I had to like tell Robin, your dreams and your goals, your desires, your will is now turned over to God, and God needs to use me. So I just felt like I needed to allow God to use me, and he trusted me to be able to have him use my life like that, because I got so many people telling me I wouldn't have did that, I wouldn't have gone through that, I wouldn't have taken that. But when you let God guide you and let his plan come to fruition, you will do whatever God tells you to do and you'll get the best results.
I agree. Totally. It's just letting go of all your problems, your burdens.
Yes.
Just let
Yes.
go and let God
Yes.
decide, right? So
Yeah.
that's how you realize that God was using you to turn your husband back
Mm-hmm.
to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a pretty amazing way of making sure that, God is watching you, making you feel that he got your back.
And another thing, um, my husband needed, since he was bitter with God because of the things
Mhm.
that he had gone through,
Mhm.
I could not come at my husband in a negative way because it would have pushed him further away. I had to
Mhm.
I had to show God through my actions to him. And that's what drew him. Him seeing me never change, never expose him. I covered him, and God
Mhm.
told me to cover him, never expose him. And so I showed him God through me, and that turned his love back towards God.
Yes, that's pretty good way of thinking it, right? And as wives, you don't have to, put negativity on your marriage and tell
Mm-hmm.
other people about your husband. If you have problems in your house, you have
Mm-hmm.
to fix it, right? With the both
Yes.
of you.
Yes.
And with God. God should be the
Yes.
center of your
Yes.
relationship, right?
Yes.
That's how how you survive a marriage.
Yes, you're right.
And how could you tell the difference between your love and God's love?
The difference between my love and God's love, human nature love is tainted. We're conditional. If you do
Mhm.
something to me, I'm going to do it back to you. If you
Mhm.
hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. So we have stipulations on, okay, um, he argued with me, so I'm going to argue back at him. So it fuels the fire. God showed me, if you love him my way, I am love. Listen to me, and I'm going to show you how to have that kind of love that's unconditional. No matter what somebody does to you, you're trying to get a result, and you cannot get your personal feelings involved. You cannot be
Mhm.
fleshly because the flesh wants to react. But when
Mhm.
you go to God and tell him, God, I'm having this situation, I don't know how to handle it, I need you to step in.
Mhm.
God will do what you ask him to do, but most of us won't go to God because we don't feel like
Right.
God has anything to do with what we're going through. And we feel like God takes too long. I want to get this done now. And so God
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm going to step back and let you handle it. And the results that you get are going to get your results. But if
Yes,
you move out of the way and let God do it, God will handle it so easy. And you'll be like, wow, okay, I let him handle that. So I'm going to let him handle everything. And that's the difference between my love and God's love, because my love was like, okay, I'm going through this with my husband. I didn't sign up for this. And so I'm leaving. I'm but when God gives you an assignment, you cannot abort your assignment. You
I
have to
agree.
follow through, and he will guide you through it so that the assignment won't be so hard on you. And because many a times I told God, I'm done. I can't handle this. And he's keep telling me, yes, you can, because I know
Mm-hmm.
what I put in you. And
Right.
he chose me for this man, for this purpose. And I'm like, okay. And so one day my husband told me that he was going to leave. And my mind started going back to, okay, I've been going through what I've been going through for 20 something
Mm-hmm.
years. And I said, I never one time uttered the word, I'm leaving. And so I was like, I told my mom, I said, okay, he tells me one more time he's leaving, I'm going to leave him. And she
Mm-hmm.
stopped me right away. She said, you can't leave him. I said, why? He said, because he's your assignment and you
Right.
cannot abort your assignment. If you abort your assignment, you're telling God that God is not enough to help you make it through your marriage.
I
And
agree.
tears was flowing, but I listened and I obeyed and I stayed.
That's right. That's how it should be, right?
Yes.
That's how it should
Yes.
be. Thank you so much for the time, Robin. It was
Thank
a very insightful talk.
thank you.
Anytime, anytime. And there you go, everyone. Robin L. Welch, author of Love Has a Voice. You can grab a copy of Robin's book, available in Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. Thank you, Robin. It was a pleasure. And as we say it here in Reader's Magnet, we share your story with the world. Good day,
Thank you
everyone.
so much.